Hello and welcome again to Wawazen Waterfall School. Today I want to show you the different types of reverse osmosis systems which I have used at my indoor waterfall projects. And I will also show you the best one which I would recommend you use, and why it's the best one, because it will save you so much frustration and so much time. But let's begin with the very oldest one, which I started to install at my indoor waterfall projects 16 years ago. And just in advance, you need a reverse osmosis to decalcify the water before it gets into your system. Because if you have normal tap water which is calcified, you will have lime and calcification in your system, which will make the whole thing insecure, which can leave ugly strains on your waterfall, and which also will damage the pump. This is like guaranteed. If you use normal calcified water, your pump is going to be damaged after a short period of time, depending on the amount of calcification your water has. But here in the background you can see the first simple one which we started to use. They have 3 pre-filters, and then they have the membrane, which is I would say the strongest filter, and then they have a post filter, which means that the water after it went to the membrane would then be mineralized. Because these reverse osmosis systems, usually they come for the drinking water area. I'm also using a reverse osmosis in my own house for drinking water. But very important, you have to add to your body minerals, because if you drink only reverse osmosis, then you will have not enough minerals in your body. Okay, but this is the one we started installing then. It's very simple. It works only with water pressure. Then the next one would be this here. This is a more advanced one, and it has a pressure increasing pump in it, which means you need also a connection to electricity, because if the house line doesn't provide enough pressure so that the water can be pressed through the filter, you need a pressure increasing pump, which this reverse osmosis would have. Again, same system. You have 3 pre-filters, then the membrane, and then 1 post filter. And you have the pressure increasing pump. You also have a display to show you the pressure of the whole system. And that's it. And this kind of reverse osmosis, they have a higher outcome. So the one I showed you before, the first one, this is just producing like 240 liters a day, which means 10 liters per hour. Water comes out very slowly. But this is enough for the most indoor waterfalls. The ones with the pressure pump, they have a much higher outcome. I don't have the number right now, but that's an advantage, because your container is going to be filled faster, and you don't have to wait so long. Then the next one, which I use sometimes, is a very small one if I don't have enough space, and this one only has a pre-filter, and then immediately it has the membrane. And it also has a very higher production rate than the standard one, which I have shown you here at the beginning. And now comes the one which I really highly recommend. This is this one. And the reason why I recommend this one is it is very easy to change the pre-filter and the membrane. It also shows you the actual filtering status. You see the status of your pre-filter, you see the status of your reverse osmosis membrane, and it shows you here the parts per million, which means it's the purity of the water that comes out. And it comes with a leak sensor, which is very important when you install such a thing. And number 3, it is very space saving and really easy to change the filters, which means that you don't have to go there and your customer can change the filters by himself. He doesn't even have to turn on any valves, because you just have to rotate this handle here anti-clockwise, and then the filter is free and the connection is sealed. You can pull out the old filter and push in the new filter, and it's done within like 30 seconds. You can change both filters. Whereas if you use a filter like here, it takes like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and it's always a mess, because you have to remove those 3 pre-filters you have, and every time you open these, water is going to exit. And it's also, by the way, it's hard, because you have to tighten them up strongly so that they keep being waterproof. But then it makes it hard to open them again. So if you've ever have changed the reverse osmosis filter, you will know what I'm talking about. And it's the same with the membrane. So it's hard. It's really, you need physical power to do that. And it's a mess. You really have to prepare yourself for water coming out when you change these filters. And those, I feel like they're more vulnerable than the one I just showed you, because those sealing rubber inside, sometimes they get broken, and then it's not waterproof anymore. Or these housings, they break, the plastic breaks, and it's not waterproof anymore. So the whole reverse osmosis is like the weakest point in your whole system. And that's why I'm so happy that I have found this one, which is super easy to change the filters, and all the parts are until now pretty reliable, and it comes with the leak sensor, and it shows you the status of your filter. So this is the one I recommend. So if you need some support with your system, please let me know. I would be glad to help you with advice and also delivery on water treatment.